Hello everyone. So I just wanted to do a bit of an update actually because I feel like I've been trying to make this update for quite some time, but I've just not really been sure how to articulate it. And I feel like I've kind of got to the crux of this now. So recently, I don't feel like I've been uploading as much onto my YouTube channel or onto my blog. And I've been beating myself up about it quite a lot because I just don't know why. I just can't come up with ideas or whatever. So anyway, on paper, I think my life was looking like really good. You know, I had a good routine and everything, and it just looks like everything was fine. But I do feel like over like several months, I just feel like the spark just like totally went. And I felt like there was quite a lot of a feeling inside me of where like I didn't feel like a lot of excitement for anything, like anything coming up or anything like that. And I just felt like some of the momentum that I had for my life and like my growth and everything just wasn't there. And I just can't quite explain why that is, but I have an idea, but I don't want to say it on the internet. But anyway, I kind of struggled with that, and I just felt like I was kind of going through the motions a little bit and just kind of like existing. So I really had to just start things simply just to try and build that up again. And I think I've talked about this on the channel before about trying to build a bit more positive momentum. So it started with decluttering. I've talked about this, I think, before, but not really in any great detail. And the decluttering process I thought was going to take about a weekend is still ongoing like 5 or 6 weeks later, which is another reason why I haven't been uploading, because it's been taking so much time. And so it started out with just the odd drawer, and now it's turned into like this entire house. And I've been at the recycling centre like so many times. I've been selling things on Vinted. Like, this house is decluttered to the max. I don't have one piece of clutter. So anyway, I think that just kind of helped just to clear out. But I think I didn't really expect the emotion that came with that. And I do think that when I actually decluttered, it then left like space, and I felt it left space for like emotion to come up, which I was not expecting from a decluttering process. And so I felt like it just ended up feeling like I was making space for something new. So I then just kind of started to feel like more free and more energized after I decluttered. Now, I just want to say this on the internet. I'm not the world's most messiest person. I don't have a messy house or anything like that. Well, sometimes I do, but it's not like I hoard stuff or anything. I'm not like that. I'm probably just like an average person with an average amount of stuff. But I just kind of started to actually feel like a bit flat afterwards. And I don't know if it was because all of a sudden I had so much space, like mentally, that I was just like, what now? Like, what do I do now? And there was just like this kind of like silence in my space and in my life, really. And I think that's when I realised that it wasn't actually the space that was the problem. It was actually just that I was kind of just lacking like some kind of excitement, some kind of meaning, some kind of purpose, and definitely some kind of creativity. Now, you can probably see, even just from my setting, that I'm quite an aesthetic person. I like interiors, I like fashion, I like everything to look a certain way. Like, I've always been like that. And I just kind of felt like I wasn't channeling any creativity, like whatsoever. And I wasn't being visually stimulated in any way. And I think that was really just like starting to like kind of impact me. So then I just took it to the next step, and I was like, right, what is it that I actually want? Like, what do I actually want? And I started to write it all down. Sorry, I've actually taken some notes here, so I am looking to the side because I'm just trying to explain this because it's not like straightforward. So I wanted to feel some excitement again. I wanted to do something creative, and I wanted to fill my life with like sort of beauty, joy, purpose, and just bring back that sort of creativity and also a bit of momentum, because I consider myself to be like a really like ambitious person, a go-getter and whatever. And I just felt like after like the last few months, I'm just like my spark went out. So anyway, we'll be bringing the spark back. So I started small, and I actually launched like a little stationery business. Now I'll show you the stationery business. It's basically like coaching cards that I've launched. So if you don't want to buy a journal or a planner, the cards are just kind of like a creative inspiration of like visualization basically. So I'll come back to that another time. So I did that. I started to think about renting my wardrobe out on buy rotation because I just thought that would be something that would be really good fun. It would be business minded, but it would also allow me to sort of shop and buy bags and basically hire them out. So I really wanted to do that. And I gave myself the permission to actually live the life that I want, which is obviously a luxury lifestyle. And so I kind of wanted all of this, but not having to kind of apologize for it or justify it or anything like that. I kind of felt like I was doing that in one of my other videos where I was kind of like, oh, I'm so grateful and, oh, you know, whatever. It's like, I have what I have, like, that is it. So I think what I'm really trying to say is that I'm hoping that I'm back into a process of where you will see a lot more creativity, hopefully a lot more joy, and hopefully you'll see things visually a lot more than what you're currently seeing. I think I really want to start some more videos around that more elevated lifestyle because it was why I started this channel. And I also want to do things like I might do a series on doing like The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, or I might do a series around The Artist's Way or something like that where we can actually work together to kind of get our spark back and, you know, build a bit of creative momentum, a little bit of manifestation, like that kind of thing as well if you're interested. So yeah, I hope that explains where I've been, my creative block and my spark not being there. And I hope this is truly just the beginning of like a new series for my YouTube channel of getting my spark back, living our luxury lifestyle, living out our dream lives and all of that. So yeah, I hope that explains that. Anywho,